Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. All right, it's that time of year. No, I was kidding. Every month we have Fitchburg Senior Center stop in. They are our first guest of the month. And this familiar face we haven't seen in a while, Sarah. I'm
It's been a
just saying.
while. I
It's
know.
Sarah Folker, one of two.
Yes.
Two of our social workers here at the City of Fitchburg. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you having like a great summer? Like done everything you wanted to?
It's been busy, and it already feels like it's winding down because back to school stuff is out and football practice has started and all of that stuff. So,
Do your kids get upset at this time of year? This is when I was always upset. Like, I don't want to go back.
well, a little bit, but I think they need the routine and the schedule.
Get
Yeah.
them back on track. Well, and you do too as a parent,
Yes. Yes. Yep. And I can come home and my house is just as clean as I left it in the morning.
right? There is that too. We've got a lot to talk about today, but first and foremost, for social workers, for what you guys do, what's available to our residents here for your services?
So we feel like the social work services are one of the best kept secrets that we wish more people knew about. We don't want it to be a secret. So as a social worker, Amy and I get referrals from a variety of sources. We can make home visits, assess people's needs, see what kind of services they might need at home, or if they're isolated, they can come into the senior center and have socialization, have a nice meal, meet new people, exercise. So that's our main goal, is to keep people independent in their own homes for as long as possible, by putting in whatever kind of services they need, by getting them involved in a variety of activities that can kind of maintain their aging in place.
Yeah, you guys do a great job at
Thank
it.
you.
And if you haven't gone down to visit, I mean, your guys' store is always open. Stop on by, say hi, and
Yep.
just start that conversation, I think is probably the best.
Yeah. And we also have a lot of people who aren't seniors who maybe live in Fitchburg, but their parents live out of town, and they come in and ask us questions about, what are your suggestions of things that I can do long distance to help my parents? And a lot of times those parents end up moving here, and then we meet them anyways. So you don't have to be a senior to come in and ask questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're right. It is the best kept secret then, I think,
Yes,
here
it is.
for
Thank you.
the senior center. So yeah, like so you got to get down. I guess I'm fascinated in social work, so so I guess I pay attention.
It is quite fascinating.
Yeah. You're like, oh my gosh, what is he saying? All right. A good social piece to kind of get started with. We had it last month. You guys got it coming up again. It's
Yep.
Coffee with a Cop.
Yes. Yeah. We just had it a couple weeks ago, actually, or maybe it was even last week.
It was last week. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had a couple sergeants and a lieutenant came down and just had coffee with people and mingled and just chit-chatted. We're going to have that again on August 21st at 11:15. So anybody, the general public, they're welcome to come on in. We always have coffee brewing and ready every day anyway, so it's kind of a natural thing. And we know that the people who come to the senior center love to see the police officers and ask questions and just kind of generally get to know them in a really informal way. So it's a fun event.
Yeah, we heard from the officers last week from an interview we did that, they sometimes don't see the older population as
Right.
much. So it was a great opportunity
Yeah.
for them to connect and talk
Yep.
with the officers. And again, another place to just have that conversation,
Yep.
open up and
Yep.
get down there. You've also got this new program starting here,
Yes.
a cooking club.
It is, and I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm going to refer to this
You
cool
refer
flyer.
to whatever you want.
It's the Prairie Kitchen Cooking Club, and it's a collaboration of UW Department of Family Medicine and Community Health, Hy-Vee in Fitchburg, the Badger Prairie Needs Network, and the Verona Senior Center, as well as the Fitchburg Senior Center. And it goes from August through January, and their classes on either Tuesdays or Fridays. And you learn how to cook healthy meals with a UW Health physician and a Hy-Vee dietitian. And to register, you need to call the Verona Senior Center, 845-7471. It's $35 per person. You just bring your own apron and container for leftovers. And they're held at the Prairie Kitchen, which is at 1200 East Verona Avenue. So for more information, you can certainly call the Senior Center or just call the Verona Senior Center to sign up. And it sounds like a really cool class. If it's from 10 to 11:30 in the morning, so if it weren't during the workday, I would probably go too.
I say you talk to Jill and just say, hey, Jill, I got to go for an appointment that's not lunch, but I'm going to need to get paid for that. But I will bring you leftovers.
Maybe kind of test it out. But actually, the first class is tomorrow. So it starts really quickly. But I'm guessing you can probably sign up a little bit late. But you probably still have to pay that $35 a person. But we're doing more fun stuff like this, collaborating with other businesses and other agencies in the area, and not always holding the classes here, but it sounds like a pretty cool class. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It does look
sign up.
Looks interesting. Real quick, as long as I've got you.
Okay.
What would you tell somebody who's never been to the senior center? I love asking you guys this because each one of the staff down there kind of has a different perspective. But what do you tell people maybe when you meet them for the first time, helping them with whatever? What do you tell them about the senior center?
Well, we certainly always encourage people to come into the senior center because it helps with isolation. And when we're saying, we're trying to talk up the senior center and say you should come in, and and I think other staff would probably say the same thing too, is that we're all just one big family, really. Sometimes we do a lot of laughing and joking around with each other, and we get to know the people who come on a regular basis pretty well, and so we kind of are enmeshed in their lives and they're enmeshed in ours, and it's just a fun place to be. So I guess I would just say, to people, especially people who live alone, that the best thing about the senior center is that it's like a family. It can become like a family.
Yeah, I've seen people since I first started here that know me by first name now to new faces all the time. So I think I love what you guys got going down there. And okay, if you haven't picked up this month's newsletter, it's time to get on that or get on the website, and you can check it out there as well.
Check it out.
Well, tell Amy hi for us. And,
I will.
And the rest of the staff, and tell her she can come up and visit anytime.
Okay,
Love
I'll
to
do
have her
that.
on the show, and we'll see you back in 6 months, right?
Yes, probably about 6 months. Yeah.
That's Sarah.
Thanks.
Make sure you stop down and say hey to everybody down there, but social worker help, you got Sarah and Amy at your disposal. All right, we're going to take a quick break, wrap up the show next. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.